Eric M. Frein, the fugitive accused of killing one state trooper and seriously wounding another in an ambush, was captured Thursday and brought back to the barracks near Scranton, PA, where his 7-week flight from the law began. Mr. Frein surrendered to federal marshals who found him hiding out in an abandoned airport in the Poconos Mountains, ending an intense manhunt that began September 12, officials said in a news conference late Thursday. The marshals turned him over to the Pennsylvania State Police, who placed him in the slain trooper's handcuffs and patrol car. Frein has been stripped of his guns, his bombs and his freedom, said Sam Rabadi, the special agent in charge of the Philadelphia field office of the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives. This community can now rest. He now has to answer for his violent actions. A heavily armed police caravan brought Mr. Frein back to the township, Blooming Grove, where he was being held in a cell at the police barracks awaiting his arraignment and transfer to a Pike County detention center. Mr. Frein faces charges of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, possession of weapons of mass destruction and reckless endangerment. Raymond Donkin, the Pike County District Attorney, said he plans to seek the death penalty. On the day of the shooting, the police said, Mr. Frein concealed himself in the woods across the street from the Blooming Grove State Trooper Barracks and opened fire. Corporal Brian K. Dixon, 38, who was leaving work, was killed. Alex T. Douglas, a trooper arriving for his shift, was wounded. After firing 4 rounds, the authorities say, Mr. Frein, a self-taught survivalist, fled into the countryside. He was identified as the suspect about 5 days later, when a Jeep Cherokee Sport was found in a retention pond about 2 miles from the barracks. Investigators retrieved shell casings from the vehicle that matched those collected at the scene of the shootings. Mr. Frein's driver's license and social security card were also found in the Jeep, as well as empty rifle cases, camouflage face paint and information about foreign embassies. Officers later found a rifle and ammunition in the woods. About a week after the shootings, the FBI added Mr. Frein to its list of 10 most wanted fugitives. The hunt was a frustrating game of cat and the mouse for the police, who were searching for him in the thick woods of the Poconos Mountains. The police and residents caught glimpses of Mr. Frein in the woods, but officers were unable to get close. State officials held a series of news conferences at which they offered assurances that Mr. Frein's capture was imminent. Throughout, officials also tried to assure residents that Mr. Frein had a hatred of law enforcement and wanted to target police officers, not the general public. Some of the sightings have occurred in circumstances where he kept himself far enough away, where he knew that it was unlikely that someone could get to him. Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens of the State Police said at one of his weekly updates on the manhunt. As the search dragged on, deer hunting was called off for that region of Pennsylvania. Officials in Barrett Township canceled trick-or-treating on Friday and the 50th annual Halloween parade. Continue reading the main story. Cherry Jones, an organizer on the Barrett Township Halloween Committee, lives on a farm next to an elementary school whose grounds police have used to send helicopters over the woods to aid in the search for Mr. Frein. She said his capture brought her a sense of relief and hope for a night of sleep uninterrupted by the sound of helicopters. Finally, it's over, she said. It looks like the town is ready to have a big celebration. Colonel Bivens told reporters in September that a search of a computer used by Mr. Frein found indications that he had been planning the attack for some time, and that he had looked into how to evade police manhunts. Mr. Frein also experimented with explosives, Colonel Bivens said, and officers searching the woods have kept a watch for booby traps. I suspect he wants to have a fight with the state police, but I think that involves hiding and running, since that seems to be the way he operates, Colonel Bivens said, according to the Associated Press. I expect that he'll be hiding and try to take a shot from some distance from a place of concealment, as he has done in the past. During the manhunt, the police seized supplies of food, including tuna fish and instant noodles, as well as 90 rounds from a rifle of the same type used in the ambush. Colonel Bivens told reporters that the police believed Mr. Frein had been searching trash cans at cabins, groceries and restaurants, looking for food. At one point, officers found at least one pack of Drina cigarettes, a Serbian brand Mr. Frein was said to have smoked, as well as soiled diapers, which Colonel Bivens said could have been strategically placed to throw them off his trail. "I almost think this is a game to him," Colonel Bivens said.